Have you ever wondered what lies deep beneath our feet? Far below the surface, immense chambers of molten rock, magma, simmer under enormous pressure. These are supervolcanoes, geological giants capable of eruptions so massive they can change the course of life on Earth. A supervolcano can unleash more than 1,000 cubic kilometers of material, enough to blanket continents in ash. Unlike the classic cone-shaped volcano, most supervolcanoes are vast calderas, huge depressions formed when the land collapses after a massive eruption. The energy released is thousands of times greater than Mount St. Helens in 1980, and hundreds of times more than any eruption in recorded history. The immediate blast would devastate everything for hundreds of kilometers, but the real global threat is the ash and sulfur dioxide cloud that can block sunlight and trigger a volcanic winter. Thankfully, super eruptions are rare, occurring only once every 100,000 to 200,000 years. Yet, these sleeping giants remain, from Yellowstone in the US to Lake Toba in Indonesia. They are reminders of Earth's raw power and the delicate balance that allows life to thrive. Understanding supervolcanoes isn't about fear. It's about respecting the forces that shape our world. This is the story of deep time, incredible power, and the fragile surface we call home. To predict the future, we look to the past where the Earth's rocks record stories of super eruptions that changed everything. The Toba eruption in Indonesia, 74,000 years ago, was one of the largest ever, plunging the world into a volcanic winter that may have lasted years. Some scientists believe this event nearly wiped out early humans, reducing our population to just a few thousand. In North America, Yellowstone's last super eruption, 640,000 years ago, was 1,000 times larger than Mount St. Helens, spreading ash across the continent. These ancient eruptions left behind vast calderas and thick ash layers, silent evidence of their power. By studying these clues, scientists build models to predict what a future super eruption might mean for our climate, agriculture, and societies. The past is our blueprint for preparedness. These events remind us that our fate is tied to the restless cycles of the Earth. Understanding them is key to our survival. In the highlands of Bolivia, near Chile, stands Uturuncu, a 6,000-meter peak that's quietly drawing global scientific attention. Its last eruption was over 270,000 years ago, but now, subtle signs suggest it's waking up. Uturuncu sits in the Altiplano Puna volcanic complex, one of the world's largest active volcanic fields. Beneath it lies the Altiplano Puna magma body, a vast reservoir of magma, potentially hundreds of thousands of cubic kilometers in size. If even a fraction of this magma erupted, the consequences would be global, rivaling Yellowstone or Toba. For local communities, Uturuncu is a sacred mountain. For scientists, it's a window into a reawakening supervolcano. The world is watching as this ancient giant stirs. Uturuncu's story is a race between modern science and ancient power. What happens here could shape our understanding of supervolcanoes everywhere. The stakes are nothing less than global. Scientists aren't guessing. Uturuncu is showing clear signs of activity. Satellite and GPS data reveal the ground is rising, up to 2 centimeters per year across a 70-kilometer area. Swarms of tiny earthquakes rumble beneath the surface, evidence of magma on the move. Fumaroles at the summit vent volcanic gases. Changes in their temperature and chemistry could signal fresh magma rising. These clues, uplift, seismic swarms, gas emissions, paint a picture of a volcano slowly reawakening. An eruption isn't imminent. This process could take centuries or stop entirely, but the signs are undeniable. Uturuncu is alive and changing. That's why scientists are watching closely. This is a rare chance to observe a supervolcano's awakening. In response, scientists worldwide have set up a sophisticated monitoring network around Uturuncu. Seismometers, GPS stations, and gas sensors provide real-time data, offering the best chance for early warning. A super eruption here would devastate South America and send ash and sulfur into the stratosphere, dimming the sun and triggering a volcanic winter. The global impact could mean crop failures, famine, and a crisis beyond anything modern civilization has faced. That's why volcanologists are our sentinels, working not to create panic but to give us time to prepare. Their research could mean the difference between chaos and survival. Studying Uturuncu is about more than disaster prediction. It's about understanding the forces that shape our world. By listening to these sleeping giants, we gain both protection and perspective on our place in Earth's story.